Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here, and in today's video what I want to do is talk to you about the importance of using marketing to reach your existing customers or previous customers, as well as actually going after new customers. So a lot of business owners I speak to have this attitude that marketing is all about reaching new leads, new opportunities, new prospects, new customers, and that's certainly a really key component of it. I mean, obviously a big reason we do marketing is to bring new people in the door, but you also should not undervalue the role that marketing can play in actually following up with existing customers, with past customers, so someone who's placed an order a year ago and it's possibly time for them to come back and buy from you again. Anyone basically who has dealt with your business before, because the person who has already purchased from you, provided they had a good experience, provided they got what they want, they saw value in your offer, they're probably much more likely to buy from you than someone who has never purchased from you before, which is that first cohort of people that people will generally go after with their marketing. So really what I'm encouraging you to do is make sure you have systems in place within your business to actually market to your existing customer base. So for example, let's say you do some simple marketing automation, so you might have a white paper download on your site that someone can hit a landing page from a Google ad or a Facebook ad or something like that. They fill in their details, they get the white paper, you're following them up until they purchase from you. Now what a lot of people will do there is stop the chain there. They'll say, right, this person's bought from me, they're now a customer, job done, I'll take the revenue and move on to the next one. But what I would be encouraging you to do there is think about what could you give this person after the purchase to keep them coming back for more, to keep them engaged, to keep them always thinking that you're there to sort of solve their problem and give them what they need. Same goes with remarketing, for example. Now, you've got to be a little bit careful with this, and I'm going to do some other videos on this exact topic, but you may be able to use remarketing not just to chase up the person who hits your site and doesn't order or inquire, but also to chase up the person who has ordered, but just gently remind them you still exist. Maybe remind them that there are cross-sell products, so something, if they've bought product A, you've got product B that makes product A better, so a cross-sell or upsell opportunity as well. People really do, in my experience, undervalue the power of going after the existing customer base, even though these are people who are probably going to convert at a much better rate than people who haven't purchased from you yet, so you do not want to undervalue them. So really, whatever you're doing, whatever your business is, you want to have systems in place with your marketing to be able to follow up previous customers, and it could be people who purchased recently, it could be people who purchased a long time ago, and depending on what exactly you sell, how your business is structured, you may need to be a bit more granular in how you split this out. It may not be adequate to simply have a sort of prospective customers and current customers database or sort of audience of people. You may need to go a little bit more granular in terms of people who ordered in the last month, people who ordered between a month and 12 months ago, people who ordered a long time in the past. Depending on exactly how your business is set up, the needs in this regard will change, and I'm happy to discuss that with you. But basically what I want to encourage you to do is always be thinking about the fact that you've got this huge audience of people. I mean, depending on the size of your business, obviously it may not be huge in the stage of your business, but you've got people there who have given you money already, and it's generally much easier to get them to give you more than it is to get someone who's never given you anything to sort of sign the check in the first place. And that's well backed up with all sorts of research and statistics that you can find searching online if you don't believe me in that regard. So basically what you need to do is think about what you can start doing to market to your existing customer base. It might be something as simple as a regular email communication that goes out once a month or once a quarter to keep them up to date with developments in the industry. It could be something like special discounts or incentives for repeat purchases. It could be, a targeted advertising campaign to that remarketing audience of people who actually purchased, promoting a cross-sell or an upsell. There's loads of different things you could be doing, but the key thing here is not to ignore your current customers, not to ignore your existing customers. I think that's a massive mistake, and if you do that, if you don't actively target those current, existing, past customers, whatever you want to call them, then you're leaving a lot of revenue and a lot of opportunity on the table. If you're just going after all the time a new cohort of customers, people who haven't purchased from you before, then you're doing yourself a disservice, in my opinion, especially in the current climate with things looking to tighten up a lot in the economy. My view, at least, is that a lot of businesses will get better results by actually pivoting towards their current customer base who already know them and trust them, and making sure that they're being well looked after to try and turn them into better repeat customers, as opposed to always having to be trying to pick up new customers, because that may become more and more challenging. So yeah, hopefully you found that helpful. This is just an overview video. In future videos I'll be going more in depth into specific strategies you can use, but for now suffice it to say that you want to be putting some time and effort into actually following up and marketing to your current customers, people who have already come along and paid you for your product or service, because the chances of being able to upsell or cross-sell or resell to them I believe are greater than selling to someone who hasn't purchased from you before, provided you're delivering a good product or service with good value. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. Please leave a comment if you've got any questions, if you disagree, if you've got your own spin on it. If you need any help with this, you can email me on info@samfrost.co.nz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.